Our countdown to first pitch continues. Today's stop is Weatherford. We get to visit with Zack Saunders, who is the head baseball coach of the Southwestern Bulldogs. Coach, I was looking through your roster earlier and just getting things down. I know you return a number of players. My goodness, your roster looks like the Weatherford phone book right now. I mean, it is so long, so many players. And I don't know if it's just that many that are returning, who all's on there or not, but I want to read this off to you. Daniel Davila, Alex Bedard, Drew White, Zack Baxley, Miguel Soto. Why are those names important? Because they're your top 5 batters from last season. Some of those among the top in the GAC last season as well, and they're all coming back.
You bet. Yeah, we've been lucky. All those guys decided to come back, and obviously Alex being kind of our catalyst, and he was our senior, and just trying to make sure that he was going to come back. He had some school to finish, and so it really worked out good for him. Man, you're right. Those 5 are pretty monumental for us. They're going to make us go at the top. And again, all of those guys are going to be the guys that we're going to lean on pretty heavily. And we're excited to have them back, excited to see them face to face finally after a long period. And I don't know if they're glad to see me, but I'm for sure glad to see those guys.
Talk about how things are going in Weatherford right now. And I know that recently it's been pretty windy, which is usually magnified by about 5 when you talk about things out there at the baseball field. I've been out there. I mean, I know there are blowing in days and blowing out days, but it's just been a lot of windy days. What's practice been like for you all?
Joey, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's not windy. It's calm and peaceful, and just in case some recruits are watching this or get a glimpse of it, I want to make sure they know that. No, it has. Yeah, it's Weatherford in a nutshell. I know everybody truly enjoys coming west to us and getting to deal with the plains and the wind howling and all of those things. We had a really calm day yesterday, so we all knew what to kind of settle in for today. Supposed to kick up a little bit, and we're going to have some fun, but yeah, it just becomes, really just a way of life. You just kind of, settle in and understand it's going to be what it's going to be. You try to get that across to our guys as soon as we get here, very much what they're getting into. And I think they've done that so far. We still have our days where we want to take some steps back and talk about, what the wind's doing and this and that. But it's been good. It's been really good to have all those guys back since Christmas. And, we've kind of hit it full tilt. Luckily we haven't had any major setbacks since we've been back as far as positive tests or anything. And, we're running full tilt and looking forward to a couple weeks from now.
I'll be sure and edit that part out for any recruits that have to watch. If you're checking this out on the website, we'll edit that part out.
I appreciate that.
We're speaking now with Coach Zack Saunders, who I really enjoy visiting with, by the way, in case you didn't know. Southwestern picked in a tie for 4th, according to the GAC coaches preseason poll. And Coach, you do return some folks to the staff. Not everybody. Eric Estrada not returning for this season. The reason I mention him is because I'm a child of the 70s, and I just wanted to say that name one time on the air. But you do have a number of folks coming back for your staff. Talk about that.
Yeah, we do. Chase Hamilton, obviously been a guy for us the last couple of years. And I know he was kind of a back end of the bullpen for us. Ryan Hildner's another one. And there'll be a few other guys kind of that we've signed. Chris Golson's one that we're going to lean on pretty heavily, a kid out of Cali County, and he's a local guy. Colton Hunter's a guy that we were using last year out of the bullpen, and we're hoping to get him healthy and, try to get him back in the mix and really get going from there. But I think Hayden Branch is another guy that I think is hopefully going to have the year that we all think he's going to. He's worked really hard for it and really made a jump. And so we're excited to kind of see him take off and go from there. And it's funny you brought up Eric. You ask all these coaches, and when we're talking about, how people have been affected and pandemic and all of those things. And if you're checking all of your information from Facebook, then you can't decide what side of this thing you're on. But, it's real. And with Eric, it really hit home. He had pretty much his entire home. People not only got COVID, but very sick and in the hospital. And, he had to grow up and be an adult and really take on some responsibility and decide to be there and help the family out. And we're hoping to get him back in the fall. And, getting back to finishing school and getting back on the baseball team. So yeah, we're fortunate that we still keep in contact with him, but obviously sad that this whole thing's really taken a toll on him and his family, but excited they all are recovered and back to work and life is back to normal as it can be.
Well, and I understand, and he deserved a name drop for that as well. So I appreciate you letting us know. Coach, the season gets underway here pretty quickly and not far around the corner. The non-conference schedule, you get to play Oklahoma Baptist in a non-conference game series, West Texas A&M, and then your GAC schedule. And I don't know who you upset in the conference office, but you have Monticello, Southern Arkansas, and Oklahoma Baptist as your first 3 series. So you're going to find out a lot of things really quickly.
It's a discussion that's been amongst the coaching staff here in coaches meetings. We're sending hate mail to Will every day and hoping he's getting all of those. But no, yeah, we open up with Coach Cox and obviously Chris now and not Bobby, but we open up with them there at WT and then obviously playing West Texas A&M, and we've got our hands full. It's no slouch either. We go on the road to Newman and Wichita the week after, and then you're right. John and the boys come in and they're headed to Weatherford, and then SAU right behind it, and OBU, and you understand that those first 4 and 5 weeks they're going to be tough, and they're going to be a grind. I think not only on us, but on all the teams that we play. And it's just, you have to understand that. And I think for us, we've tried to really get across to the guys that, hey, there is no ease into this thing. 40 games is a sprint, with us not having 10 more games, you don't have that really big non-conference schedule to really figure some guys out or do any of those things. It's, you play right out of the gate and here we go. You're right. Those top 3 groups, here we go, and it doesn't get any easier at the end when we got to have to go to Harding late, and who was obviously one of those top 3 teams there too at the end. And but it's okay. I really like playing our league and very much playing those guys early. And man, they get to come west. 2 of the 3 get to come west, and so I'm excited for them. I'll probably get some hate texts after this from those guys, but. I'm excited to see them. I don't know if they're excited to come, but I'm sure excited to have them here.
That is all right. It should be fun, and the opening to your schedule, really, in all sincerity, should be a lot of fun, especially for just fans of the game. And fans of the game should appreciate the Great American Conference because it is definitely a league that has quality baseball, including the Southwestern Bulldogs, who again are picked in a tie for 4th according to the preseason's coaches schedule. Coach Zack Saunders, success to your team this year, and thank you so much for taking time with us as we count down to first pitch in the GAC.
Joey, sure appreciate the time.